Hello, my name is Brandon, and this past semester I've been a peer leader in my fraternity. Not only have I been a peer leader, but I also have been a mentor for our pledges currently. My position is a marshal, and as a marshal, the pledges can come to me for any questions or concerns they may have, anything that's going on in their life. They talk to me, and I feel like I'm that type of guy that can be that trusted individual, which is a mentor. In class recently, we discussed about the topic being a mentor and what that means to my fellow peers. I think the biggest discussion that we talked about was that sometimes you can be a mentor and not even know you're someone's mentor, which I think is pretty powerful because having that impact on someone and you not even knowing it can be pretty cool to think about once they talk to you about it. Another thing that people get confused about is between a mentor and a role model. A mentor is a trusted and experienced advisor. I think a role model can be more of a fictional character sometimes. My role model can be an athlete or someone who I look up to, but may not know who they are personally at all. But a mentor is someone that you have a personal connection with, can go to them for help, can trust them, and can truly look up to them for any questions or advice you may have. Like I said earlier, I'm a marshal for the pledges right now, which is probably the biggest mentor they have in the fraternity. And I think that is why I chose this topic to go over, because it really resonated with me and I can connect to it more than just about previous experiences, because this is currently what I'm doing right now. And it's pretty interesting to talk about the things we do in class and then directly apply it to my situation right now. So yeah, that's the biggest reason why I chose this topic. Going over the topic of mentoring in our class was extremely beneficial to me and my role in the fraternity right now. Because I'm a marshal and recently we just got little, so I'm also big too, which is a more direct relationship with someone who looks up to you. So that's another example of me being a mentor. But understanding that people who look up to you and come to you for advice, whether it be motivational support, emotional support, or just any questions, it really opened my eyes up and can truly lets me know how big of an impact I can have on someone. So for example, with trying to remain confidential about his situation, he recently was going through some mental health hardships, and he wanted to drop, and he didn't know what to do. He was not doing well in his classes, not talking to his friends, and he wanted to drop. He wanted to drop out of not only pledging, but drop out of school. And luckily, he felt that we were able to talk about his situation and not feel like it was awkward, even after only knowing him for a couple weeks. And I was able to talk to him about it and just sit down with him, talk to him for about an hour, and we just talked about his struggles and what he wanted the outcome to be. And I gave my advice on how you're going to get to that outcome. I had him set weekly goals that could help him out instead of trying to look at the big picture, because sometimes if someone tries to take in so much at one time, they might get overwhelmed and stress out about things you don't need to be stressed out about. So I try to get him on a weekly goal schedule so he can just tackle little things. I always check up on him to this day to make sure he's doing okay. And I told him that it's whatever you're going through, it's more important than you think it is. Like, it's something that you need to take care of, because mental health is nothing to joke about. You hear on the news people committing suicide, very serious tragic events happen, and it's because of mental health. And I think especially guys, they think it's not manly to reach out for help, and they may think that if they just hold it all in and maybe it'll go away. And that's even for myself too. I think sometimes I hold stuff in when I should just talk about it, and that's probably not the best. but because I go through it and because I know not to hold stuff in, I can let people who look to me, people who think I'm their mentors or my little or the pledges, I know that I can go to them and be like, look, I'm going to reach out to you first because I want you guys to know you guys can come to me. And by establishing that connection and talking about what being a mentor really is in class has helped me greatly. And that has helped many people. And I'm truly grateful. It feels great helping people out, especially when they're going through stuff. But talking about that in class and, like I said, directly applying it to what I'm doing right now is huge, and I couldn't be more appreciative. Even after my role as a marshal concludes, and I may not be that of a direct mentor to so many younger people all at one time, I'm still going to be their marshal, and I can still help them out even when they're initiated, when they are struggling with someone, either a confrontation with a brother that may be something small, they can come to me and talk about, because I've been in a situation. If it's a school problem, mental health problem, they can still come to me, whether or not I'm their marshal specifically. Again, I still have a little, and he's gonna get a little too. So just being able to kind of carry my values down through him and teach him the appropriate ways to act, how to help each other out when someone needs advice, or just explaining to him how his actions go a lot deeper than what you may think they do. They can affect people in positive and negative ways, and that's something that we all need to be careful about, because one thing we talked about in class, like I said earlier, you may think that someone is not looking up to you, but they truly do. So if you are not acting a certain way and they see that, it can really hurt them. It can really maybe take them on the wrong path. So just understanding how big of an impact you have and just trying to be the best version of yourself is all you can ask. And if you can do that, you can be a mentor to anyone, whether you know you're one or not. You can help out someone, and I'm sure later on in life they'll let you know how big of an impact they had on you. In conclusion, I hope the biggest takeaway that you get from this video is that being a mentor is something pretty powerful. You can have a significant impact on someone's life, and although it may be far-fetched, it could possibly be the middle ground between someone doing something they regret for the rest of their life, or they come and talk to you and you can help them out. A good mentor is something that we all need in our lives, and if we can do that as a peer leader, then I think we have successfully done our job. And if we can teach the people that look up to us how to be a mentor too, then it's just full circle, and we can continue doing great things in the world and just trying to be the best we can be. So, thank you.